Time for another weekly reflection. I've been doing these reflections for almost 2 months now, and I want to talk about something I've noticed. A pattern that's becoming clearer and clearer. Something I'm starting to see as almost predictable. Over the past few weeks, things had been going really smoothly. I had been feeling good, stable, positive. I had been making progress in ways that felt real, building internal power, getting into a routine. Everything felt like it was clicking into place, like I was finally on the right track. And then, in the past few days, two manifestations showed up. The fruit incident, where my parents asked me to give some fruits to a friend. I didn't communicate clearly. I assumed she knew they were for her. She thought they were for me. She asked me several times whether to take them out. I kept saying no or later. I didn't check on them. I didn't open the sealed box. I didn't consider the hot weather. And eventually, they were all rotten. 2 weeks of avoidance and poor communication, ending in wasted fruit. And the describing image manifestation, where someone asks me a question and instead of answering directly, I describe the scene. The table, the bowl of fruit, the morning light, everything except what they actually want to get from me. My brain takes a detour to avoid direct accountability. Two manifestations, two slips, right after a period of smoothness. And I've noticed this before. It's a pattern. Every time things become smooth, every time I feel like I'm making real progress, every time I start to feel confident and stable, something happens. A test appears. A manifestation I thought I'd dealt with shows up again. Or a new one emerges. Sometimes it's subtle. Sometimes it's obvious. But it's almost always there. At first, I thought, why does this keep happening? Why can't things just stay smooth? Why does the universe keep throwing obstacles at me right when I'm starting to feel good? It felt unfair. It felt like I couldn't catch a break. Just when I was making progress, something would knock me back. But then I started to see it differently. I started to reframe it. I think the universe is testing me. Not in a punishing way, not in a cruel way, but in a way that's almost caring. Here's my explanation. I think I'm putting out a message or a vibe. A signal that says, I'm doing self-exploration. I'm committed to catching my BS. I'm determined to address all of it. I'm serious about this journey. And the universe picks up on that vibe. It notices my intention. It notices my commitment. And it decides to give me a test. To see if I've actually gained the ability to overcome these manifestations. Or if I'm just talking about them. If it's just intellectual understanding without real change. It's like the universe is saying, okay, you've been reflecting. You've been learning. You've been building awareness. You've been naming your manifestations. You've been identifying patterns. Now let's see if you can actually apply it in real life. Let's see if you can catch it in the moment. Let's see if the work you've been doing has actually changed anything. And the tests come in the form of manifestations. Situations where my old patterns are triggered. Moments where I have a choice. Fall back into the old autopilot. Or catch myself and course correct. Moments where the rubber meets the road. The fruit incident was a test. Could I catch my lack of communication and avoidance before it became a problem? Could I pause and think, wait, does he know these are for him? Should I check on the fruits? I didn't. I failed that test. The fruits rotted. The lesson was clear. The describing image manifestation was a test. Could I catch myself describing the scene and redirect to a direct answer? I caught it. I reflected on it. I came up with techniques to address it. I'm working on it. I passed that test. Maybe not perfectly, but I passed. And I think that's the point. The universe isn't trying to punish me. It's not trying to make me fail. It's not trying to keep me down. It's giving me opportunities to practice, to strengthen the new neural pathways I'm building, to prove to myself that I've actually changed. Because talk is cheap. Reflection is valuable, but it's not enough. The real work happens when the manifestations show up in real life. When I'm in the moment, triggered, feeling the pressure, feeling the old patterns pulling me, and I have to choose differently. That's where the real change happens. The universe is my training ground, and these tests are my exercises. So I'm starting to welcome these tests. Not with fear or frustration. Not with, oh no, not again. But with curiosity. With a sense of anticipation, almost. Okay, universe. You're giving me another one. Let's see what I've learned. Let's see if I can catch it this time. Let's see if I can do it differently. I know I'll fail some tests. I know I'll slip up. I know there will be times when the old autopilot wins. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection. The goal isn't to pass every single test. The goal is progress. The goal is to keep showing up. Keep reflecting. Keep trying. Keep building that internal power. Each test I fail teaches me something. Each test I pass strengthens me. And over time, the failures become fewer. The passes become more frequent. The gap between manifestation and catch gets shorter. So this is my weekly reflection. Smoothness followed by tests. Tests followed by learning. Learning followed by more smoothness. And then another test. That's the cycle. That's the rhythm of growth. I'm starting to see it clearly now. And instead of resisting it, I'm learning to flow with it.